Palicos are awesome in Rise and Sunbreak, and we've already covered on the channel how you can get the best Palico by unlocking the ability to customize their moves and memory skills. So in this one, we're going to cover some of the best Palico moves that you need to try to improve your hunts. So make sure to click like to show support for the video and subscribe for all the other Sunbreak videos on the channel. Comment what your least and most favorite thing about Sunbreak is so far, because I really want to hear what you guys have to say about the expansion. We'll start off by talking about the swap support move. So with the new ability to swap your Palico support moves, including all 3 of the previously RNG rolled skills of level 5, 10 and 15 slots on your Palico, you can now set up your Palico to match your specific playstyle, gear and preferences. However, there are some Palico moves that in our experience outshine the rest of them, and definitely should be something that you need to consider bringing for yourself in your own hunts. Remember, the top and bottom skills of the Palicos are set to the type of class that Palico is. Of course, take the class that you like most and benefits your playstyle the most. However, do remember that the Gathering Palicos are just too good to ignore. The Endemic Life Barrage skill that they have means that semi-frequently throughout a hunt, it will launch a status toad at a monster, from poison to sleep to paralysis. This alone is extremely useful for a variety of free statuses that allow you to get more damage output in your hunts. This alone is a reason to bring them. However, they also have the Pilfer move, that literally lets them steal monster parts for you. So at the end of a hunt, they will have accumulated enough resources that you can probably finish crafting your weapons and armor before your friends that use an alternate type of Palico. You literally get a bunch of extra materials at the end of a hunt. And additionally, because they give you this extra loot at the end screen, you get extra chances at gems, jewels and mantles, which is insanely good for farming, for getting your weapons and armor up there. These 2 abilities together make Gathering Palicos so incredibly powerful and worthwhile. You should definitely try them if you haven't already. However, Palico classes aside, now that you can change the other slots, it means that you can get a really insane buddy companion without having to rely on RNG. So let's go over each of the different leveled slots and what we recommend. For the level 5 slot, we recommend either going for Go Fight Win or Whirlwind Assault. With Go Fight Win, you get a chunk of stamina back, as well as a dash use style buff. This is fantastic for stamina dependent weapons like the bow or the dual blades, so if you're struggling with stamina and having to roll and not being able to, then this one might be for you. Alternatively, the Whirlwind Assault skill is brilliant for building status on monsters. It lets your Palico spin into a whirlwind to attack them and hits them multiple times. So if you plan to take advantage of using status weapons on your Palico, which we recommend, then this is definitely one to go for too. For the level 10 slot, many of the choices are good, but there's 2 that stand out to us. The Sun Meow Endemic Life is actually really good in Sunbreak, as with the increased number of Silkbind attacks, as well as the reliance on them for many different weapon combos and damage output, having 3 Silk Bugs regularly up is fantastic. This skill will have your Palico place a bag that lets out some blue smoke, and within the smoke you can pick up a wire bug. This means you don't need to search the map to get your 3rd wire bug, your Palico will place them automatically for you as you hunt the monster. Alternatively is the Power Drum. It's a nice passive buff that gives you attack and affinity. Your Palico will do this passively while hunting, and it will buff your whole squad. This is a nice passive damage output increase that's actually really nice. Moving on to the level 15 slot, this is where you only really have the choice between 2 moves because they're really good. The first one is the Shock Prison, which is pretty much the same as dropping a Shock Trap. This is nice because it means you can have more traps with you without having to go back and restock. It's a good break in the pace of the hunt and a good window to get some damage in. However, you can always just drop a Shock Trap yourself, and of course it doesn't work on monsters like Elder Dragons or other ones that are immune to it while they're enraged, like Rajang. This is where the Shock Tripper is your alternate choice. This lets your Palico inflict Thunder Blight onto a monster. This will work on all monsters including Elder Dragons, and once you deal a couple of hits to their head while they have the Blight, even with slashing weapons you will get a KO, which is a huge window of opportunity to damage the monster and speed up your hunts. So depending on how long the hunt is, and if multiple people bring this skill, you can get several Thunderblight KOs in a single hunt with weapons that otherwise have no ability to KO. It's absolutely fantastic. Put in the comments if you have any other skills that you recommend using that I might have missed that you think are really good, and we can learn together as a community. Remember to support the video by clicking like down below because it really does help, and subscribe for the other Sunbreak videos on the channel. The 2 videos on screen now we think will be perfect for you, so make sure to check them out, click them, and then let us know what you think once you've watched them in the comments down below.